Hi kids, this is Janie again. We're working on self-portraits this week. So got my definition: self-portrait, painting, drawing, sculpture, or photo that is a representation of one's own face and or body. Keeping that up this week so everybody can see it, be reminded. And so for this class, we're going to work on looking at just half of the face, but we're also going to be talking about proportion. So to help proportion our face, we're going to take our paper, and I want you to, and you can see it's tall this way, okay? The longest edge of the paper is up this way, and the shortest edge here at the bottom. Now we're going to fold this in half, line the edges and the corners up, and then press here to make a crease, okay? Now, I'm going to fold it down in half like this. Use the board here. Give me a flat surface to work on. Find your edges and then work your crease out at the top. Okay? So fold it down this way. We're going to fold down again. One more time. This is going to help proportion our face. The marks or the creases on the page, when you open it up, you should have 8 blocks that you can easily see. Now I've taken one and highlighted it so that you can see the creases on this on camera. You would not do that on yours. It's just so that it's easier for you to see when we're working with this on the camera. I'm going to put this on the board so I can show you how to proportion the face. So let's take a look at one that I already have started here, okay? So you can see we're going to put the face on one side, and it's proportioned out so that the parts of the face look proportionate to one in reality, or close to it anyway. It's not going to be exact, but it'll be close. So I'm going to hang this one up so that we can see it. Know what we're doing to get an idea there. So I've got that on the side. Now I'm going to, this one's drawn in pencil. It's light on the camera, I know, but I can see it from where I am. I'm going to be drawing on camera with a marker, but you're going to be drawing with pencil. It's always better in case you make mistakes. So, like I said, we're going to use these blocks. We're going to leave this half untouched for now. So we're going to start by drawing the face. So think about making a giant letter U. It's a little bit like that. We're not going to draw on the crease. We're going to come just beside it. I'm going to come down 2 whole blocks like this, straight down 2 whole blocks like that. Now in the 3rd block is where we're going to start to add that curve for the U. That's going to make the curve on your chin. And we're going to take it all the way off to the side, and it's going to be right above that bottom line there. So I'm going to add that curve for the chin. Almost touch that crease there. So that's giving you this half of your face. Okay, I'm sorry, backwards in the camera. We're doing this half of the face here. Okay. Now we need to add the neck, and if you notice, the neck connects up here by the ears. It doesn't connect directly under the chin. We don't want necks that look like popsicle sticks, okay? We want to make sure it looks like a nice strong neck to hold up your big brain, right? We're going to start here under the face on this side and curve it just a little. Take it out to the very bottom of the page, okay? A wide enough neck. So now we've got our face and our neck. We need to start thinking about where to place the parts for our face. So for the eye, you can practice drawing an eye in your sketchbook or on a piece of paper at home. I'm going to grab an expo marker so I can write on my board. So I'm going to practice an eye. So the top part of your eye, if you look, you can get a mirror and look at your eye. It curves over here. It's almost like a frown if you're drawing a smiley face. curve it down like this, just like that. And then the bottom part of your eye is just the opposite. It's like drawing a smile. Maybe not a big smile, but maybe, you know, kind of half smile. Connect that there. So you've got the points on the end. Just like that. Okay. Now inside the eye, you have the iris, the colored part. So it's a nice circle. Like that. Now some of it disappears under the lids, right? And then you have the black spot in the middle, which is the pupil, which allows light in for the eye to see. So you'll need to add the pupil. And if you're looking in the mirror, or if you take a look at my eye, you can see different colors in my eye. And there are even lines, or it looks like lines that radiate out in the iris. So you can add those details to your eye if you want. Okay. We'll do the coloring in later. You just kind of want to get a rough sketch of those details right now. Now, the eye is on this side of the face, so we want our lashes to go out that side as well. So you want to start here and curve out away from the nose. If I was doing an eye on this side of the face, I would curve the lashes out towards the side of the face away from the nose, okay? And you can do longer, shorter lashes, whatever. Most of us have a crease above the eye. Okay, so don't forget you can add that crease in there. And you're going to need to make sure you get an area in here for the eyebrow. And you can put just a line there for now, and we'll color that in a little bit later. Okay? You can change the direction of it again. You got a pencil, you can work on how getting that shape down the way you want it. Adding more color there. Okay, so that would be, when I color it, I'll use a little flick of the wrist there to add the look of hair on the eyebrow. Okay, so there's an eye. We've practiced it. Now I'm going to put it on my paper, and it's going to sit on this first crease right here, right in the middle, in the center. So I'm going to take my time. Don't want it to go all the way to the edge. Just want it right in the middle. There's my iris, my pupil. Since I've got a marker, I'm going to go ahead and color it in. I'm going to leave a clear white spot there in the middle of the pupil so it looks like the reflection of light. It makes it look more realistic if you do that. I'm going to add in those colored bars that add dimension to your eye. I'm going to add my lashes. And I'm going to put in my line for where I want my brow to go. I need my crease in here above the eye. There we go. So there's my eye. And again, you can pause the video if you're using the video anywhere you like to stop and start and go back and take your time with getting a nice drawing there. Okay. Now for a nose, there are different ways you can go about doing the nose, but I like to think of, and I got this idea from someone else, but think of the middle part, this end of your nose as one big round circle. And then the sides of your nose here as two smaller circles right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to practice it first. So I'm going to draw the big circle very lightly with my pencil for this part of my nose. And I've got a smaller one here and a smaller one here. Now if I take take my pencil and draw darker, just following the bottom, not all the way around it. I just want to start here on the left. And I'm going to darken in this line here. Then I can erase the top parts of these circles. And there you get the beginnings of the nose. This is where you can add in, if you can see part of the nostril, you can add that in. You can add an accent line here to show the bridge of the nose. okay? You can start adding those details in to make it look more natural. So that's what I did here on this one. So you'll only see half of the nose. So you're going to only have half of the circle and then the other half. So big. And it sits on this second line here. And if you'll notice, if you line this up, the corner of your eye comes down and should line up with this edge of your nose. So you see that there, the corner of your eye lines up with that. So your nose should be wide enough that it lines up with the inside part of your eye there. Your nose should come out far enough. Just below that line there. And add a little bit of the nostril there. Okay, so there's my nose. Now between the nose and the chin is where we're going to draw our mouth. I always start with drawing the line in between the two lips first and getting the direction of the mouth first and then adding the lips on top of that. So if I want to be smiling, you see how that dark line between my two lips curves up, okay? And it also lines up with the center of your eye. The center of your eye should line up with the very end of your mouth there, okay? Now when you smile, it might go a little further, okay? But that corner should line up with the center of your eye. So we want to make sure that your mouth is wide enough here. So there's that middle line. It's kind of, how it looks, looks a little funny. So then you want to look at the shape of your lips. So if the top lip is wider than the bottom lip, you want to make sure that you account for that. I'm going to draw the dip here. Do it lightly first. Bring it out to the corner. And then the bottom lip. And all the way out to touch the end there. Now you've got your lips. Got the good beginnings for a face now. Now we're going to think about adding other details. So think about your hair. What does your hair look like? Well, I usually wear bangs either like this, or I'll part them and they'll be out of my face, kind of like this. So you can draw them any way you like. I'm going to bring mine down over the face like this. And they come down, you know, almost to my eyebrow here. Like that. And then typically I've got the curly hair. Today I'm wearing it up, but I'm going to put my curly hair in there. So I'm going to add an outline to show my hair is curly. And if you want to add it, or if you can see the ears, you're going to add ears. If you line up the top of your ear and you come straight up, it lines up with your eye. The top of your ear is in the same position as the center of your eye. The bottom of your ear lines up with your nose. So your ear should take up the space between your eye and your nose. So it should go from this line here, this first line, to the second line there, and it should connect to your face. Doesn't have to be real wide because it's kind of going to be on the side. Give it a little curve. It should curve in just a little bit. Okay. You can add, it's got a fold in the top there. If you want to add earrings, I drew an earring on mine. Sometimes I'll wear jewelry, sometimes I don't, but you can leave it like that. And you can add a collar for a shirt. Maybe the shirt comes up here, around the neck. Maybe it's jewelry. You can add whatever you like. And you've got the other side of this to add your name. So here I wrote Janny on the side. I'll pull this up a little closer. You can see I used the side and I did kind of almost like bubble letters. Best way to do a letter like that is to first draw it like you normally do, or write it like you normally do it. So there's my A, right? So now I'm going to trace around it and create that bubble around my letter. So I'm going to come around. See there? Now I can take this out and put that opening in the middle. And I've got a bubble letter. And if you remember, it had my normal written A in there to begin with. I just made a fat tracing around it. So it's very simple to do the bubble letters that way. So instead of doing Janny on this one, if I do Amanda, that's my first name. Okay. Okay. I'm going to start to put the letters of my name over on that side. And you can get creative with that. You can make them any color you like. Once you get everything drawn out and you're happy with the drawing, then you can take out your colored pencils or crayons and we can start to add color to this. I'm going to show you, I'm going to share the screen and show you an example. This I found online, and it's from artprojectsforkids.org is where I found it, and that's where the idea came from, and I'm kind of using their idea. I want to make sure that I'm not taking credit for that. So let me pull that up. Here's the one I saw on Pinterest, and I thought it was really cool. And it was a project done at another school. And you can see the face, and this is a boy instead of a girl. So you can kind of get perspective of how you would change the facial features to look more like a boy or like a girl. The background is colored, the letters are colored, the face, the hair, all the parts of the artwork are fully colored in. And that's what you need to work on. Now I'm going to go color mine and finish it, and I'll show you a photo at the end of the video. Happy art making!